Hello everybody and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I am trying to motivate myself to get our house decluttered and organized. I know that you guys have loved these videos in the past and I hope that you guys like this one just as much. It's been a minute since I have decluttered and organized, probably nearly a year since I've done this kitchen. I know that a lot of people suggest doing it like every 6 months. I would love to do that if I could find the time. But thankfully right now our schedules are pretty like low key. Honestly, this is when I thrive. I am an extrovert at heart. I love like being out and with people. But I will say that the busier our schedule gets, the crazier our house gets. Like the more unorganized it gets, the more chaotic it gets. And I am just over that. I always tell people that like, if you look at my house is a reflection of my mental state. And so right now, as you can see, everything is pretty nice and clean, and that just makes me so happy. But I will say, I felt a little bit convicted today because I was reading that passage in, oh gosh, I think it's in Matthew, where Jesus is like hollering at the Pharisees and teachers of the law and talking about how like you clean the outside of the cup, you know, but it's the inside of the cup that matters. And I know that that's referring to like the heart of man as opposed to like the outward appearance of man. But it was funny because when I thought about it, I was like, man, that's honestly how I feel about my house right now. I feel like the outside of our like living environment and everything looks great right now, like for the most part, you know, but I know what these drawers look like and I know that they are a chaotic mess. And so we're gonna handle that today. If you guys want to do this along with me, I heard that it's a lot easier to do tasks like this, whether it's cleaning tasks or decluttering or organizing, all that kind of stuff. It feels a lot easier to do it when you do it with somebody else. And so if you guys would like to go ahead and clean or declutter along with me, I would love that. If you guys do that, please let me know down in the comments too, because like it makes me feel so nice to know that what I'm doing is actually making a difference or helping people or anything like that. So I would love to hear from you if you guys are choosing to do this along with me. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right, everybody, and I did want to introduce you guys to today's sponsor, which is Blue Land. With my first trimester, I had been so sick. Unfortunately, actually the smell of vinegar was really off-putting to me, which stinks because usually we use vinegar and baking soda for all of our cleaning. But I was so excited when they reached out so that they could send me some good smelling products that would clean our house really well. And they did not make me gag every time I sprayed them all over our counters. So I'm gonna get into the nitty-gritty now. But when they first sent me their products, I did record a little segment about the brand and everything. Okay, so I found out recently that Americans throw out 25% more trash between Thanksgiving and New Year's. And if you guys are working on like your resolutions and you're hoping to be a little bit less wasteful, Blue Land is an excellent solution for you. These guys can give you a cleaner and greener lifestyle by reducing your plastic use. So they send you guys this plastic bottle. They're all in different colors and they're all labeled for you. I'll show you how this looks, but you just take this little tablet and you dissolve it in water from your faucet. All of their products are free of phosphates, chlorine bleach, parabens, VOCs, ammonia, triclosan, and phthalates. They are hypoallergenic and sourced from vegan and non-GMO ingredients. So Blue Land uses no single-use plastic in any component. From their bottles to the tablets to the wrappers to the shipping, their tablet packaging is fully compostable. So I'll show you guys what all came in my kit that they sent me. They have the foaming hand soap, the multi-surface cleaner, the glass and mirror cleaner, and the bathroom cleaner. Blue Land's laundry tablets are proven to lift the toughest stains from grass stains to food stains. So Blue Land is sharing a special offer just for my viewers. If you guys are interested in getting these products, you guys can use my link below to get 15% off of your first kit. All right, so let's get cleaning. Okay, so I said that I was embarrassed a couple weeks ago when I realized how little time some of these tasks take. I know I did this last year and I felt like it was a big help, but I'm gonna take my timer with me today and I am going to time myself to see how fast I can get some of these tasks done, because I remember last year for that drawer that I just showed you, I gave myself 15 minutes to clean out that drawer and I got it done in 5. And I think it's amazing how many jobs that we can do in just 5 minutes that we build up in our heads and we're like, oh, we know this is gonna be a big thing, so we don't even tackle it. I don't always get things done in the amount of time that I set for myself, but at least it gives me a goal and like something to work towards. These things need to be done. It makes our lives so much easier to work around. I feel so much less anxiety when I know what is in my drawers and I know that I don't have a bunch of extra stuff crowding it up and just unnecessary things. So let's go ahead and get started. This drawer seems really bad, so I'm gonna give myself 10 minutes. And then if I do it in 5, then I will be like super proud of myself. Okay, so I don't know when my camera stopped recording, but I did just hit the 10-minute mark and I just finally got everything out onto our counter. So I have no idea how I did that last year. I must have just been working at lightning speed, but now we're gonna go ahead and put these back in a way that makes sense. So the way that I've done it in the past and the way that I've been recommended to do it is to do it by size. So we've got a few different sizes in here and I will just organize things by like the biggest pieces, medium pieces, and then fill these in with little pieces. And yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And hopefully my camera won't quit on me. Okay, so I'm actually having kind of a hard time making some decisions about some of these things. Like, I've got both of my sets of measuring cups, and these I've got a cup, half cup, and then I've got a third cup that's actually drying on the rack over there. But I totally forgot that I have these, and these are nice because they're thinner, and I feel like scooping down into like our jars and stuff, because we don't have massive lids on our jars that hold the flour, coffee, sugar, and whatnot. However, these have a eighth cup, fourth cup, and half cup, but I don't have a full cup of these. And so I don't have a quarter cup of this one, don't have a full cup of this one. So neither one of them are a complete set. And I'm really wondering, like, do I need both? Or should I just let one go? These are super heavy duty, but I love that these are copper. So I think I might hang on to both of them, and I want you guys to vote and let me know which ones that you would keep. I guess that these are stainless, I don't know, it says 18/8 stainless. So I don't know if that means they're like stainless steel or what. But yeah, let me know which ones you would keep if it was you. I'll just keep them both for now. What a minimalist I am. And the rest of this stuff, I think I'm just gonna wind up donating. I'm gonna keep this little scraper. But I don't know, I've got this like can opener slash bottle opener slash, oh, it's knives. Okay, Josh is gonna be mad at me if I throw this away. But does he use it? Probably not. I think he has his own like pocket knife kind of thing, you know. I have this pair of scissors that it's great, but we've got these nice ones from IKEA that literally I always tell people about. They're so nice. Maybe I'll link them below. This one just isn't nearly as strong as those, so I think I'm gonna let it go. We had a bunch of like nail clippers. You know what? I'm gonna throw away these toenail clippers because nobody uses them. They're massive and they're way too big for our fingernails. And then I've got a couple of other fingernail clippers, but we have a lot around the house and these don't have like the little hook things in them. I might regret this. I'm throwing them away, but I can't keep all this stuff, you know? I have a couple of I have my old BlackBerry. I've got a couple of phones in here that the girls, they just like to play with them. This is my like old, you can see how gross it is, my like original iPod, but the girls love to play like they have phones. And so I'll keep those, put them somewhere else. Some walkie-talkies. I know for a fact that these don't work. So, okay, I'm just gonna toss them. Because why keep them around? I don't know how to fix walkie-talkies. Some labels, I'm actually gonna put these somewhere else in the house. And then I still have all these cords that I don't know what to do with it. But I'm gonna figure that out on a different, at a different time. But yeah, here, let me show you guys the finished product. This is what we're looking at. I did not do it in 5 minutes, but to me, this looks so much better. Gosh, should these be in the big one? Maybe I should get rid of these just because they take up so much space. These fit nicely in this little area. Listen, that might be the deciding factor in just what I'm keeping. This also is like an awkward piece to keep in here. I need a better spot for this. Anyway, okay, so this is where we are with the junk drawer. I'm so glad that's over. Oh my gosh, look, I found a drawer with like nothing in it. I'm literally just gonna pull all of Josh's precious cords, throw them all down in there, and then he can sort them out in his own time, because Lord knows if I were to throw these away, we'd have some marital problems. And you know what, I just realized I've got this whole space, old binkies, I guess I don't need this, but I've got this old space of where we used to keep all of our binkies and stuff, and since we don't have any binkies right now, there is space for stuff like this. All right, this is where this is going. All right, moving on to the next place that I've been avoiding like the plague, and that is under our kitchen sink. You guys will see why I've been avoiding this. Okay, y'all, so for this job, I am probably going to wear my gloves. And why? Because I'm an old lady. Number one, I wear gloves when I do everything. I hate touching disgusting things. And number two is because we have mice. And although I've never found this before, I have been made aware that like plastic bags, that mice like to make nests in them. So, I mean, I've cleaned under our sink, you know, every year, and I don't think I've ever found them, but I am always so scared about finding a mouse or finding like a bunch of like mouse droppings and stuff. Trust me, we find them all over our house. It's disgusting. You guys will probably send me all kinds of suggestions. We don't have a cat, and we just live in the country, and as many of you know who have lived in the country, there's like nothing you can do about it. We've set 1,000 traps and somehow we still have mice. But I'm just a little bit nervous about it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started under here. I'm just gonna pull out everything. Yeah, and then we're gonna try to sort through it all, decide what we want to keep, and then we're gonna go ahead and put it all back. All right, everybody, well, I'm giving you a little bit closer look at the absolute mess that was made in this under the sink area. Y'all, this is embarrassing. Do you guys just look like this, or is it just my I don't know, but I've got some work ahead of me to get this place looking better. Okay, so we should set the timer now that I'm thinking about it. What do we think is appropriate for this situation? Let's be realistic and maybe take everything out in 10 minutes and put everything back in 5. So like a total of 15 minutes. I don't know, let's go ahead and get started on the 10, just so that I can like have a little bit of time to evaluate and use my brain a little bit. Gosh, I forgot that I was actually gifted these paper towels slash like washcloth type things, and now that I have them, I don't know how to use them, but I should learn how to use them. I feel bad that I have these. I always just wind up using like rags for everything. Why do I have this? What is this? I just remember Josh telling me I couldn't throw this away last time I tried to. I don't even know why I have this. I don't have a ceramic cooktop anymore, but I've always just kept all of my rags in this basket, and I don't know if it's necessarily serving me very well, but the thing that I do like about it is that it doesn't take up a ton of surface area and it has height to it. So I probably should continue using this for as long as I don't have a better solution. I don't love that it's round because I feel like that's like wasted space. I always like when things are square better than round. Oh, we've got random like bags like this. I'm just gonna toss that. Ew. Ugh. More rags. I may not even need as many rags as what we have. This is the awkward situation because I'm pretty sure I cleared these out last year, but it's hard. Oh, I love these. Okay, I'm gonna put these in the bathroom. I don't really use a whole lot of cleaning products, but sometimes Josh like gets really scared about germs and he'll like just go out and without talking to me, he'll just buy a bunch of this stuff. So, you know what? Maybe this is one of those better to ask forgiveness than permission situations because I feel like we have so many random like cleaner, like wood cleaner. I didn't even know that we had that. Cleaner with bleach, insect killer, goof off, all kinds of stuff that we just never use. These Febreze things, these are like terrible for you. Why do I even have these? Another one that I don't need. And then Lysol disinfectant spray. Ugh. I don't know, which is worse, Microban or Lysol? I will say that I hate the smell of Lysol, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. Look at that, we just cleared out a bunch of room in here. I don't need this one. Oh my word, Josh is gonna be like floored when he finds out how much I got rid of. Mineral spirits, I don't know if we'll need those, but I feel like that's something that if you need it, you need it. So we're gonna go ahead and keep that. These spaces are always so awkward. Oh yes, we've got drain cleaner. I need drain cleaner. Okay. Sorry if you get distracted. But because there's like all kinds of like pipes and stuff that come down, and so it may look like you have a decent amount of storage, but in reality, you like don't have that much. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in here, and because I don't know what else to do, I am just gonna throw all of these rags in here. You know what? I have these Norwex things, and people swear by these, but I just have not understood the allure of them. I mean, I guess I don't have to throw them away. I could use them maybe at some point, but oh gosh, okay. I'm at 5 minutes, so we're okay. So I'm just gonna throw these all back. I actually usually fold these, but I mean, really what's the point? There's rags. I've got a couple of this stuff called Folex, which is really good about taking like stains out of your couch and whatnot. And I also have Shout under here, which our family should own stock in Shout with how much we use, with how many stains our kids come up with. Then I've got some dishwasher cleaners, and I've kept this bowl in the past that I've kind of kept all of our essential oils in, but it's really gross right now, so I'm gonna rinse it out. I did like to keep them in this bowl so that if one did spill like it did, that it just didn't go everywhere. Okay, now comes the scary job, which is getting rid of all of these plastic bags. So every year I just get rid of most of these. I usually keep about 5 or so, but honestly, when is the time that you're gonna really need more than 5 plastic bags without, you know, naturally accumulating them the next week as you go to the grocery store? But man, over time, I think we just toss them back here without thinking about it, and all of a sudden we have so many. I always keep a bunch of, I didn't make it. Oh. You know what, I said 10 minutes, but I don't know if I'm gonna need the whole 10 minutes to put it back, or did I say 5? I'm gonna give myself another 10 minutes to get it out, put back. Okay, but I keep a bunch of these bags as well, and I honestly just don't know if I need to. I never really use them for much. I think that keeping a couple is a good idea, but I don't think I need to keep all of them. I don't know if you guys can see back here, but this gets really funky because there are so many pipes and whatnot that are back here. And so it's really not very usable space. Oh, I've got some, I have like all these paintbrushes under here that I don't know why they're under. You know what? This is our grease bucket. I think it's almost full. So I'm gonna go ahead and retire that. We'll get a new one. There's honestly not a whole lot left, so I think I actually might make it in my original time frame that I was thinking. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna toss out half of these and maybe find a spot for these little dishwasher pods. Okay, everybody, it's done, and the timer is still going, so that means that we actually did it in the time that I was hoping this time. So we did this whole project in 15 minutes. And let me give you a little after shot. I know that this may not look like much to you guys, but to me, this is a vast improvement to what our under the sink looks like. So I will go ahead and I'll insert like a before and after shot of this so you can actually see the difference. But this is gonna be so much more manageable for our family. Okay, and moving on to the next area of our kitchen, our fridge. So I don't know if I told you guys about this, but we got a new fridge in November. I think our old one went bad, and so did all of the food that was in it, and it made our house absolutely reek. Did I tell you guys the story? If I didn't, I probably shouldn't retell it because it's such a long story. Long story short, our fridge went bad and it took us a long time to even get a technician out here. And so in the meantime, it made our whole house smell like rotten meat. And this is right when I was also in my first trimester. And y'all, I could barely stand to be in our house. So our fridge is crooked. I don't know why. Our other fridge was crooked too. And we don't know if the shelves are crooked or if the floors are crooked or what, but it just is crooked. Okay, so this is our fancy, beautiful new fridge. I will say that I was not necessarily like looking for a new fridge. I didn't want it to look like super modern or anything like that, but I felt like this is a nice compromise between like all of the new amenities and also not having that super modern look. Like I wanted it to have a very traditional look with our home. So when we did put our food in, I just threw it all in there. There was no like real organization of like, this is where this type of food goes. This is where our leftovers are gonna be. This is where the milk is gonna be. It was just put it in there however things fit. And that is just kind of how things have been. I also have a little bit of explaining to do. I know I told you guys last week that we were not taking pizza from the church anymore, but listen, the church usually gets like Papa John's. This past week, they got Lighthouse Pizza, which is my favorite pizza in Omaha. So you know what? No shame. We took the whole thing home, okay? It's a Thai chicken pizza, and if you guys are ever in Omaha, you have to get it. It's my favorite pizza of all time. So not letting that go. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just empty this out. I'm gonna clean all of the different shelves, and then we're gonna go ahead and put it back in a way that makes a little bit more sense and isn't just so willy-nilly like this. And our garbage is gonna be just overflowing this week with all the stuff that I'm throwing out. I've already thrown away an entire trash bag of stuff that I am getting rid of. We usually shop at Aldi. I don't know if you guys are familiar. Let me know in the comments if you guys would ever be interested in like a haul of like what kind of groceries that we get each week. I feel like we just get the best stuff, and I really love the products that we buy, and because most of them are from Aldi, they're all so affordable. Okay, I actually have to get this done quickly because I have a Zoom meeting in 30 minutes and I need to get this all taken out, wiped out, and put back, and get my stuff set up in 30 minutes. I guess I didn't set a timer for this one, but I guess I don't need to. My husband and I both went grocery shopping this week also, and we doubled up. He goes to Sam's and I go to Aldi, and we doubled up on so many different items. I felt so bad. I told him that we go to Sam's for specialty stuff, and if you're gonna buy just regular stuff, you gotta tell me. Okay, and for these shelves, I'm gonna go ahead and use our new glass cleaner as opposed to the kitchen cleaner, just because I want these babies to look clean. It's crazy how dirty a fridge can get in 2 months, but that's our family for you. Whenever I clean glass shelves, also, I have noticed how often I need to clean the undersides as well. All kinds of random stuff gets up under there. Darn it, I realized that I never took a before picture of this. That's like the story of my YouTube life. Okay, and everything is looking nice and beautiful and clean. I love this feeling. Now let's get this organized and everything back in there. Okay, y'all, well, we officially have some kind of organization in this fridge. So honestly, I kind of organized by size because the weird thing about having a double fridge now, like instead of the split down the center, is that we don't have some of the height that we used to have. And so we have to keep our milk and juices right here in the fridge, but then it basically only leaves this for like any sauces that we have, as well as like a little bit of space down here. So we don't have room for all of our Asian sauces that we apparently love. And then just like all of the like typical condiments and whatnot that we have. And then over here, I just got some of our like breakfast cinnamon rolls and crescent rolls. I got a little coffee mate that I haven't had in a while, but I love so much. And then this is so shallow that we can't really fit much in there. And under here, there's a secret spot for little garlic. So on the next shelf, I'm thinking more about like height. So I'm gonna do like leftovers in this general shelf area, I think. And then over here, I wanted to have stuff that was low enough. The girls love hummus and cheese sticks. So I wanted it to be low enough and easy for them to access. And then some of our taller stuff like our applesauce and our heavy cream, and then my cilantro that I eat, and our like taller yogurts and stuff that we eat. And then down here is anything shallow. So eggs, we've got my coveted pizza, and then a pie crust for making chicken pot pies and stuff. And here we've got veggies and fruits and stuff. And here I have tortillas. This is kind of like deli, so tortillas and meats and cheeses and all that good stuff. And then down here is 8 million Chobani Greek yogurts. This is like what our family is obsessed with lately. So there you have it. We officially have fridge organization. Okay, and I'll admit, I did some work behind the scenes when I was not on camera. I actually decided to organize our entire pantry. This was not today. This was actually like a few days ago when I got started on this kick. And then I was like, you know what? I should film some of this for you guys. But I did organize our pantry. Okay, so for reference, you guys can see our pantry is close to our kitchen, but our bathroom is also right, like in our kitchen, which is ridiculous, but it's just how it is. So in our pantry, that's in our dining room, it holds like food that we can't fit in we don't really have great storage in our kitchen, but it also holds like toiletry stuff, you know? So up here, I got things organized. Josh bought 8 million toothpaste. I swear every time he goes to the store, he comes back with like a ton of toothpaste. I'm like, babe, we have so many toothpaste. So we have an entire basket filled. I think I counted 18 toothpastes. So we're set for toothpaste. And then we just have some more like dog medicine stuff, you know, hairspray, curlers, makeup wipes, waxing stuff, glasses, cleaner. So like just kind of like all bathroom stuff up here. And then this next shelf is, I don't know if I've ever shown this to you, but I'm just so proud of it. So I collect like some of these are antique, like this one is an antique Atlas jar. Anyway, but we just keep all of our dry goods in these, like anything that's for like granola or parfaits or dried fruit. That's kind of been my jam lately. So we usually have another one. Oh, I was like, where's the other one? But we're using it for sourdough right now, which I'll tell you guys about in a different video. We just kind of keep like put some walnuts for some banana bread, just all that good stuff. Nuts, fruits, all that is on the second shelf. And then under here is all of our medicine and our vases. Down here is all of our like chips and stuff. I know that it seems silly to keep them out here, but with the mice that we get, we have to have them in an area that they cannot get to. So they cannot get them here, thank God, because in our old house, they were on the bottom shelf of our tiny pantry and mice got into our chips all the time. And then on the bottom is like random stuff, like my old pump and everything, stuff that I just don't have a space for. Anyway, I know that this may not look organized to you guys, but again, like I said, I started on it before I did this video, and trust me, it was a wreck before. So I'm not gonna let that work go in vain. I'm gonna show you guys because darn it, I worked hard on it. And I also wanna show you guys our pantry that I organized at the same time that I organized that other pantry in the dining room. So there is this one. And let me tell you, again, I'm just proving to you guys how disgusting we can be sometimes. I cleaned out this pantry, but it was so bad that I could never show it on camera. Like, that's how mortifying it was. We had mice that had gotten into this, but it had also gotten so cluttered and chaotic that we couldn't even see the bottom shelves to see that there was like mice droppings and stuff. And so, you guys, I'm so sorry to even be telling you about this, but that's just the life of an old farmhouse, right? So I finally got it all cleaned up and looking like perfectly organized. I was so proud. And then more mice got into this little basket that we have. This is kind of where we put all of the girls' little snacks and everything. We just got some like raisins and fruit snacks and everything. So you can see we have like mouse traps all over the place. So my sister just bought us these jars up here. This was my Christmas present from her. And so all of our flour and whatnot that used to be in these is now in those. So we have these 3 really nice jars. And so I'm thinking about just taking our little snacks that we have and just organizing them maybe in these jars instead of having them in this basket, because clearly the mice just come through this hole right here and they drop down and they come all throughout here. And y'all, we just can't be having this anymore. And so I'm trying to do anything I can to deter them. I've put like eucalyptus all over here. And so you guys, I think that that's just gonna be the last thing that I do today, is just taking that stuff out of the basket. Maybe we can use the basket for something else. And I'm just gonna put all of their snacks into those jars. And then we're gonna have a nice, hopefully mouse-free pantry over here. But this is our main one for our family. So you guys can see that it's just not a whole lot of room. That's what we get for living in this old house. So this is what I have to look out for. Mouse holes. So annoying. Make sure that these don't have them. Okay, so basically I organized it into raisins, and I put the Hershey's chocolate bars in there for like our s'mores and stuff, because the mice will get the Hershey's chocolate bars, and so I have to put them in some kind of container. And then I have our fruit snacks, which apparently we are very low on. And in here I have like little trail mix and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these nice and low so that the girls can grab them for school or whatever. They're allowed to take snacks to school. We'll put these back and we'll wrap it up. Ugh, first I have to vacuum this out. A mouse got in here and yeah, there's raisins and you know what, everywhere. Okay, ta-da! Well, everybody, thank you so much for coming along with me today on our cleaning and organizing video. You guys, these take a lot of work. I know that there's 8 million other drawers and cabinets in this kitchen, but to be honest with you, we've actually done a pretty good job of keeping them organized since last year, at least for the most part. Or if anything, they just need like very minimal maintenance. I'll just handle those myself in the meantime. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. I love doing these kind of videos for you. So if you enjoyed it, please let me know below. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.